You take creatine every day to protect your strength after 40. Then, without thinking, you wash it down with your morning coffee. But someone online claims caffeine completely cancels creatine, leaving you wondering whether you have been wasting both your supplement and your money. The truth is more complicated and much more useful than either never combine them or mix everything together. Coffee and creatine can work together, but the wrong dose, timing, or routine may quietly damage the result you actually want. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly when to use each one, whether they belong in the same drink, and the biggest mistake to avoid after 40. First, coffee and creatine are not competing versions of the same supplement. They affect your performance through completely different mechanisms. Caffeine works quickly. It blocks adenosine receptors in your brain, temporarily reducing the feeling of fatigue and increasing alertness. That is why coffee can make a difficult workout feel more manageable within 30 to 60 minutes. Creatine works differently. Your muscles use stored phosphocreatine to rapidly regenerate ATP, the immediate energy used during Creatine does not normally give you an instant rush. Its benefits develop as your muscles gradually increase their creatine stores. One helps you feel more alert today. The other supports repeated high-intensity performance over time. That distinction matters because it exposes the first myth. Coffee cannot simply erase creatine from your muscles. This belief began partly because a small, older study suggested caffeine might interfere with improvements produced during creatine loading. The theory spread quickly, and soon people were being told that combining the two made creatine useless. But later research produced mixed results. Some studies found no additional performance benefit from combining them, while others found the combination could still be useful. A systematic review concluded that taking caffeine acutely after a creatine loading phase may provide additional benefits in some situations. However, consuming high doses of caffeine every day during creatine loading did not consistently outperform creatine alone. That does not prove caffeine blocks creatine. It means combining two effective substances does not automatically create a larger effect. More recent controlled research has also found that co-ingestion can be tolerated without obvious adverse effects. So the most accurate conclusion is this: normal coffee consumption does not appear to cancel the long-term benefits of creatine. The bigger concern is not a mysterious chemical battle inside your muscles. It is how your body responds to the combination. Creatine can cause temporary stomach discomfort in some people, especially when large amounts are taken at once. Coffee can also stimulate the digestive system, increase bowel activity, and irritate a sensitive stomach. Combine a large creatine dose with strong coffee before training, and nausea, cramping, or an urgent trip to the bathroom may ruin your workout. This is one reason some older studies appeared unfavorable. Gastrointestinal discomfort may have reduced performance even if creatine storage If the combination makes your stomach uncomfortable, separate them. Take coffee before training and creatine with a later meal. Creatine does not have to be consumed immediately before exercise to work. Daily consistency matters far more than perfect timing. But after 40, there is a more important risk than stomach discomfort: using caffeine to hide inadequate recovery. A strong coffee can temporarily make you feel ready to train, even when you slept poorly and your body has not fully recovered. Caffeine may improve alertness, but it cannot replace the muscular repair, hormonal regulation, and nervous system recovery that occur during sleep. Research consistently shows that caffeine taken too late can delay sleep, reduce total sleep time, and decrease sleep efficiency. Middle-aged adults may also be more sensitive to high caffeine doses than younger adults, particularly regarding sleep quality. Now the combination becomes self-defeating. You take creatine to support strength, but use caffeine in a way that damages the recovery needed to build that strength. The coffee did not cancel the creatine. Poor sleep canceled part of the progress your training could have produced. For most healthy adults, the simplest creatine strategy is 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every day. You do not need an expensive blend, a special delivery system, or a pre-workout product filled with hidden ingredients. Creatine monohydrate is the form with the largest body of research, and taking it consistently is more important than taking it at an exact minute. A loading phase is optional. It can saturate the muscles faster, but taking 3 to 5 grams daily can reach the same destination more gradually. For caffeine, more is not always better. Many people can feel a useful effect from roughly 1 to 3 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. A normal cup of coffee may provide enough stimulation without the extremely high doses found in some pre-workout supplements. Start with the lowest amount that noticeably improves your training, especially if you experience anxiety, reflux, palpitations, elevated blood pressure, or poor sleep. And remember that caffeine content varies dramatically between brewing methods, serving sizes, and coffee brands. Yes, you can generally mix creatine monohydrate into coffee and drink it immediately. The temperature of a normal cup of coffee does not instantly destroy creatine before it reaches your body. The practical issue is leaving creatine dissolved in a hot, acidic drink for an extended period. Mix it when you are ready to drink it. If it clumps, tastes unpleasant, or upsets your stomach, use water or take it with a meal instead. There is no special advantage to forcing both into one cup. You should also drink normally throughout the day, but creatine does not automatically dehydrate healthy users when consumed appropriately. Coffee contributes fluid as well, although it should not become your only source of hydration. If you train in the morning, drink a moderate coffee 30 to 60 minutes before exercise if caffeine genuinely helps you. Take 3 to 5 grams of creatine with breakfast, in the coffee if tolerated, or with any convenient meal later in the day. If you train in the afternoon or evening, keep taking creatine daily, but consider skipping the pre-workout coffee. Protecting your sleep will probably contribute more to long-term recovery than squeezing slightly more intensity from one late workout. On rest days, continue taking creatine. You can drink coffee according to your normal preference, not because creatine requires it. If you experience stomach discomfort, separate them by several hours and avoid taking a large creatine dose on an empty stomach.
If you have kidney disease, uncontrolled blood pressure, heart rhythm problems, or take medications that interact with caffeine, speak with a qualified healthcare professional first.
Okay, I understand. So, is coffee plus creatine after 40 a good combination or a big mistake? For most healthy adults, it can be a perfectly reasonable combination. Coffee supplies short-term stimulation, while creatine supports muscular performance over time. The mistake is expecting a stronger effect simply because you mix them, or using excessive caffeine to compensate for poor sleep and inadequate recovery. Keep creatine consistent, keep caffeine moderate and early, and separate them whenever your stomach or sleep tells you to. The best combination is not the one that makes you feel the most stimulated. It is the one you can use consistently without sacrificing your recovery. If you currently use both, comment below, do you take your creatine with coffee, water, or a meal? Subscribe for practical, evidence-informed strategies to preserve muscle, improve recovery, and stay strong after 40.